Good Saturday morning and welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency.
Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray. We talk outdoors every Saturday morning on AM 790, and all you good folks out in Brownsville on 1520 AM and 95.3 FM. Jackson, Tennessee, News Talk 101.5 FM, and this is second Saturday, and we're going to have the solo man here today. This is his regular Saturday. We kind of worked him overtime in December and wore him out, but I see he did have a little chance to go fishing earlier in the week, and that's our buddy Ron Wong. Good morning, Ron.
Hey, good morning, Larry. Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful frosty day.
A little frosty day, but it's a lot better than it was
all good.
earlier in the week. And Ron,
it's all good.
Ron got to do some fishing. John Gordon will be with us next week instead of this week, and he and Frank Barton will talk ducks on next week's show. But it's going to be kind of a really, I think, a fun show. Shelby McCall taking care of us here. A lot of big names in fishing, Ron, for January. I think, and everybody's thinking, well, he's going to talk the whole show about fishing. Well, we will talk a lot about fishing because, you know, Ron's in here, and he is our guru. But we're going to talk about fishing. We're going to talk hunting, and a little bit of health from one of our anglers has put me on something that I think that you'll be interested in, a product that I know I'm going to be interested in. But we're going to talk with some anglers, pro bass anglers, that also have a love for hunting, duck hunting, waterfowl hunting, even some turkey hunting in this. And
and deer hunting.
Roll it out. Austin Felix is first with us, and then we're going to talk to Mark Menendez, Buddy Gross, Matt Airy, and Matt's down in Orlando for Disney World, excuse me.
Yeah.
And then Mark Rose. And we'll talk to our good buddy Mark Rose out of Wynne, Arkansas. It's still kind of hard for me to say Wynne, Arkansas, but he does live there now on his palatial ranch, so to speak.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about 2023 from Mark as he's on Major League Fishing. But Ron, I've talked to some folks, and you had some pretty good weather. We were in the 70s. You got a chance to do what you love to do. And then we're back in the 40s, and then we're going back in the 60s. So everybody waits on Saturday morning when Ron's here to find out what in the world is. This is typical weather for us. But how do we?
And some of it's above average, then it falls below average.
Yes. Yeah.
But there again, what happens is
what happens?
The water surface temperature has kind of remained
Does it make it
somewhat level,
okay,
if you will.
Despite all the up and down.
It doesn't go up and down like you think it is, like our weather.
Okay.
Surface temperatures on the Tennessee River right now is anywhere from the mid 40s to the high 50s.
Okay.
To the high 40s.
Okay.
In your I-55 lakes.
What are they?
They're somewhere around the mid-40s to the low 50s, 50, 51.
So when it got to 70 for 3 days, it affects the angler more than it does the fish, maybe.
It pretty well does. And what happens is on your smaller lakes, your private lakes, your subdivision lakes, you're going to find water temperature all the way up to 54 degrees right now.
Are you really?
Surface
okay.
temperature. And,
yeah.
The fish are biting.
They are biting. You've heard that. I saw your picture. Yes.
Well,
I know they're biting.
Crappie fishing.
What?
They are. All of the I-55 lakes have all risen because of all the rain.
Yes.
They're all stained. But the best fishing, really and truly, right now, are in the spillway areas of the I-55 lakes.
All right.
And that's pretty easy to do. Take you a 10 to 12 foot spinning rod.
Okay.
Put a jig down on the bottom and about 12 inches above, put another 16th ounce jig.
Okay.
And then put a cork about 4 to 6 feet deep.
All right.
Depending on water flow.
Okay.
If they don't have a lot of water flow, it's shallower.
All right.
The higher the water flow, the higher you're going to get because of the way the jigs will bounce off the rocks.
Amazing.
And they are, and it's good to use a bright color, something like an orange and chartreuse.
Orange and chartreuse. Yes.
Black and chartreuse.
Yes.
Anything like that. And they're catching a lot of crappie in the spillways right now. The other thing about that is if you're fishing in those I-55 lake spillways, there is not a 12-inch minimum size. You can keep pretty well anything that you catch.
Okay, in the spillway.
Yeah. Now, for those of you that are bass fishing, the number one bait that I would be using, lure I would be using, whether it's on the Tennessee River or whether it's on subdivision lakes, anywhere where there's fairly clear water is going to be an A-rig or an umbrella rig, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm just going to give you a couple of tips on that. First of all.
Yeah, I want to know that because that.
First of all, Larry, I'll tell you, a lot of people will say, well, I use them, but I don't catch fish. Well, first of all, you got to start out with line.
Okay.
Use at least 40 to 50 up to 65-pound test braid.
40 to up to 65-pound test braid. Okay.
And I use the Vicious No Fade braid.
Oh, yeah.
In 50-pound tests. It works real well. And the reason why you're going to do that is an umbrella rig, once you put it all together, and we're going to talk about that in 1 second here.
I want to hear it.
Is that when you get hung up, you can straighten your hooks out and get your umbrella rig back, because when it's rigged up, it's worth about $25.
I was going to say,
okay,
yeah, I'm going to work on that.
So, my recommendation is if you're fishing stained water where you can't see below 1.5 feet from the surface, use an umbrella rig that has willow blades on it.
Willow blades,
and the reason is that will cause some vibration and a little bit of flash to attract the fish. Now, for baits, I like to use a 1/16 ounce or a 1/8 ounce 3/0 hook made by Peanut Craft Lure.
Yes.
And on that, I'll rig a 2.75 Rage Tail Swimmer on the outside four wires, and in the middle wire, I'll put a 3.25 swimmer, and I'll use a different color than in the middle than I would on the outside. That's just kind of attracts them a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And the swim bait you want to use is because it provides vibration where the fish can feel it and go to your bait. And what I like to use is a medium slow to slow retrieve using a glow gear ratio reel.
Okay.
And I'm using like a Lew's BB1.
Oh, the BB1.
Yes. And with a 5.1 to 1 gear ratio and using it. Now, if the water's really clear, you want to use the same rig except without the blades. You won't really need the blades.
You won't need the attractors.
No, you won't need to do that.
Okay.
And, the thing is if you look, I'm seeing shad, and the shad are about 1.5 inches, 2 inches long right now. It's mostly the shad that had spawned in the fall, so you want to kind of match the hatch.
Okay.
And that's the important thing. And so that's how I do it. It's worked very, very well. We caught 26 bass last Monday.
Yes, you did.
Up to 7 pounds, 10 ounces. We had several 5s and 6s.
We're using the A-rig?
That's all we're using is the A-rig.
Now, we're going to do this sometime. We need to spend a show on the A-rig, because I remember when the umbrella rig came out, a lot of controversy. Man, we talked about it, Ron, probably for a month.
Yeah. Larry, do you remember who kind of made and brought it out and made it famous? Well, you remember?
Well, I'm trying to remember.
It was at a Bassmaster Top 100, Top 150.
Who was it?
It was held at Guntersville Lake.
Yes.
And he used this umbrella rig around bridge pilings on bridges of the one. There's numerous bridges on Lake Guntersville.
Oh yeah, okay.
Paul Elias.
Paul Elias. Yes, yes. Now, I don't know how long ago it is, but we need to do that, Ron. Because that's such an interesting thing. And here, Ron is on it's. How big is that place you fish, Ron? It's
probably 100 acres.
100 acres.
Yeah.
Okay, and so we're talking about a lure that was so well known, just jumped off everything, and everybody thought you had to use it on the streams. I mean, like Gunnersville and places like that. But you can use it in a 100-acre.
You can use it on a 5-acre lake.
You can use it on a 5-acre pond.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, just make sure you remember to downsize the size of your jig head. 16th ounce is a key.
It can't be 2 minutes left in this segment. We just started, Shelby. I'm just now getting into Ron now. We ain't even got to anything else yet.
And we just, I might remind everybody in Tennessee, you can only have 3 hooks.
Okay.
You can have 5 wires, but you have 2 dummies.
2 dummies. Well, we proved that this morning. All right, but now I know we only got a couple of minutes. Great stuff, folks. And I hope second Saturday, fourth Saturday, we call fourth Saturday BW, Bonus Wong. You won't find a better fishing report for you than any other outlet, and other than Ron Wong off the top of his head. So quickly, right now, next week, Ron, we're going to have a little bit more warmer temperature, a little bit more rain. So where are we going next week?
Well, I'll tell you, I would be going down to Sardacina, Grenada.
There you go.
In the spillways to catch me some crappie.
Yeah.
And if I was going to catch me some bass, I'd go to Kentucky Lake or Pickwick and throw an A-rig.
All right, that's Ron Wong, and I saw a video of Billy Doyle is back on the Wolf River,
he is.
And he's catching fish, and so is that young lady with him. That she's catching some fish. So,
they're catching them on a double ugly, or it's actually a triple ugly spinnerbait.
Yeah, it's named after one of my school teachers, I think. All right, let's take the first break. Here we're going to roll it out here. Austin Felix is first out of the chute. And you folks know out there, he was the 2020 Elite Series Rookie of the Year. But this man loves duck hunting. So we'll be right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray.